Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. And today I have something which is fairly new for me, River Rock Single Malt Scotch Whisky, smooth with a spicy oak finish, effortless enjoyment. 40%, 70 CL, and that's it. Now, the very first thing you need to know is they are doing this sustainability thing. So what we have here is a bottle that, first of all, is environmentally friendly. Why? They use here a wonky glass. So each batch, I have batch number 3, 1,600 bottles, Whiskybase number 190513, 35 euros for this over here in Germany at the moment. And when you have a glass producer, they switch colors sometimes, and that glass from the white to the green, or from the white to the brown, or from the brown to the green. I don't know. I'm not a glass producer. That is not used. They're usually somehow thrown away or recycled. And so they use that glass. That's why the colors here can be a little bit from batch to batch varies. The label is also here environmentally friendly, printed on paper and not on plastic. And they say they use absolutely zero plastic. Now, the capsule here, I took it off. I said, this is plastic. But then when you go actually online, there's no mention whatsoever. At least I couldn't find anything here. So it says here, whiskey glass to avoid a waste and make every bottle beautifully unique. Okay, good. They do mention a little bit here, but there's not enough mention of this that they actually use here. What is it called? Cellulose. So it's 100% plastic free. As a proud member of the 1% for the planet, we work with the John Moore Trust to ensure that for every bottle of River Rock sold, we plant a native tree in Scotland. One bottle equals one tree, and this is here. Where was that? Huh. I read it in my other video. All right, well, sustainability. Let's go here. So we have the packaging. Here we go. Oh, we have to look and find this here. This is a biodegradable cellulose tamper evidence seal. Has replaced the traditional plastic, allowing our drinkers to dispose of it in their household compost bin. Ooh, very nice. And they do not have any outer packaging. Springbank and all these other brands have been doing this now as well. And so we're reducing our packaging by actually having only the bottles and not a tin, not a box, not a something like that. Very good. So let's pour this. Now, I bought this just as it was new. Click. It was new. Click. I actually said that in another video, and someone else said I also did the click thing. Yeah, it's popped up. There's a website that I use for my wholesaler over here, and they have a category new. And it was something new. I usually just buy it, do a review, and then try to share the bottle. This bottle didn't do well in my bottle share, by the way. Hardly anyone wanted it because it was absolutely unknown. And why do I pay 35 euros for a 40% entry-level product? Oh, by the way, this is something that I actually did not think of before I started doing my video. What is the entry-level product for the following brands? So I have here still, I just ordered the 2022. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late. Over here in Germany, it was a little bit later than in Scotland. So what are the entry-level products for the following brands? Yeah. Okay, for example, I have William Grant & Son. They own Glenfiddich. Glenfiddich is their entry-level brand for Scotland. Glenfiddich 12, no problem. So if I go over here, I have, for example, Glenlivet. Glenlivet is here Pinot Ricard. I have a triple, triple Distiller's Reserve, triple cask matured, but hey, there's also that nice little entry level there. Now, but what is the entry level single malt for Diageo? So I really thought about this, and I did not know. I went then to Diageo.com, and I found their brands, and I went to Scotch Whisky. and I found out that Scotch is the largest category for Diageo, representing 23% of their total net sales for the financial year ending on June 30th, 2020. And then you look at the brands and you see brand number one, Johnny Walker, blend. You see Buchanan's, blend. You see J&B, blend. You see Grand Old Par, blend. And then you finally have the first single malt that they actually place in, for example, in Germany, I can buy this in supermarket, and I started with it. Do you actually know what is the entry-level single malt product for Diageo? So I thought about it very quickly for the US, and of course it is Bullet. Yeah, Bullet is their entry-level product there. No problem, all right? So in Ireland, it's Roe & Co. Good, no problem. But in Scotland, it's like Diageo is the biggest company there, and what is their entry-level single malt? It is Singleton, the Singleton, that weird flat bottle. Yeah, and the thing is that they launched the brand 2006, and it is actually a threesome of single malts. You have the Glendullan, you have the Dufftown, and you have the Glen Ord. And then you have Talisker. Then you have Lagavulin. And then you have Hike Club. Oh no. All right. But that was crazy. That really I couldn't think of, and I consider myself someone who knows a little bit about whiskey. I didn't have any idea what that entry level product was. So if I go back here to our nice little book and I take a look at the different brands here. Okay, Diageo we know, Pernod Ricard we know, William Grant we know, Eddington Group. Eddington, they own 3 distilleries at the moment. They have their Macallan, they have the Highland Park, and they have their Glenrothes. So, good. It might just be Highland Park. 12 would be theirs. Bacardi, they have 5 distilleries. What is their entry-level product? Beam Suntory, they also own 5 distilleries. What is their entry level? White and Mackay, what is their entry level? What is the Inverhouse at entry level? And then maybe what is Distill? At the moment, it's Deanston Kentucky Barrel or whatever that stuff's called. Not good, not good. And then the rest of the distilleries don't have that many distilleries in their portfolio. But that's what this is. This is an entry-level product, basically. Now, it's really also not. It's something of a geek product. Why do I say geek product? It's a batch. So it's 1,600 barrels each time. That's not very much. It is priced 10 euros higher than the Glenfiddich. So basically 40% higher. And it is not going to be sold in a supermarket. This is something for a specialty store. If you have 1,600 bottles, they're selling these mainly online and in some very selective specialty stores. So, what makes this so special? What story, what a unique selling proposition makes me buy this? Is the sustainability? I can buy Nick Need. They're more sustainable than this. They produce themselves, and they're going for a CO2 net neutral. Here they're buying their product. They're buying their product, which is a good product apparently, from some what was it here? Some first fill bourbon casks, and that's very, very good. But who knows? So, all right. And their marketing is towards the outdoors. So River Rock, you see people camping by the riverside. You see these metal cups that you drink the whiskey out of instead of a glass because, hey, you need to have that. It's called then Scotland's most welcoming single malt. So why not? All right, on the nose. This is actually much better than I thought. At the very beginning, I wanted to really tear into this and kind of show that this is just a fraud, but actually, I'm impressed. If you look a little bit deeper, which I tried to do, so the company that owns this is R&R Whiskey, River Rock, and the same people, or some of the same people, actually are also involved in a different company here. Called Hatch Spirits Limited. They're all in Scotland, Fife, but that's okay. So, yep, that's all I could find there. Good. All right, as I said on the nose, it's very fruity. Dried apricots. I have a tiny little bit of a barrel char. It is single malt, one distillery. We don't know what distillery it is. It feels familiar. Maltiness, um, oak spices, gooseberries. Much, much better than expected. Over here, the Glenfiddich 12. It's been in the glass now for a little bit longer. This was what's left from my German video. I'm sorry, 1 second. Let's pour a tiny little bit. This is a little bit, I would describe it as, imagine you're listening to music through a layer of cotton compared to this. Both of these 40%, both of these are chill filtered, both of these are not natural color. There's no evidence whatsoever on any of these labels. It says natural color. Wow, it actually says Kirsch import here on the label. So we have to have a European country address on every single bottle. And they actually put maybe the 1,600 bottles are just for Germany. Whoa, Kirsch, maybe I'm doing you a favor talking about this. Who knows? This is subdued. This is the volume turned down a little bit. And I have the feeling that this has more of a created moment. Like some people talk about a blended scotch, that they can take the ingredients and they can create something that's very balanced. This is very balanced. This has a little bit more of the fruitiness coming out, which I like better actually. All right, cheers. Mm-hmm. I'm actually surprised at the quality of that single malt. Mm. The fruitiness, the oak spice, the vanilla, no baby spit at all, no acidity. Everything they're doing here is exactly the way it should be. It's not too young. It's not old. There's no old complexity here, which I could not expect anyways from a whiskey that is basically entry level. But it has that wonderful fresh fruitiness, that orchard type of fruits in there. As I said, apricots, some apples, some gooseberries, maybe a little bit of pear in there as well. Very, very, very well done. Good, good, good stuff. 1,600 bottles, you can get maybe at 40%. Let's go for 300 bottles out of one cask. So we're talking about 6 casks were used to make this batch. How difficult can it be to find 6 casks in Scotland from one distillery and to bottle them? I think it's actually going to be more difficult to get the bottles and to get a bottling line place where you can actually have those bottled there and then have them sent over to Europe, because of Brexit is still everything crazy. That's where the problems might actually be. Wow, nice. All right, just comparison, Glenfiddich. Yeah, my water's trying to kill me. Don't talk and swallow at the same time. Never works out well. Water's not good. Alcohol, whiskey is even worse. But hey, all right. Going back here to the Glenfiddich. Mm-hmm. It's a darn good whiskey for the price, but it's much subtler. Those orchard fruit notes are not popping. That vanilla is not popping. There's a tiny little bit more of an oak spice here than here. But this is good. This is better. This is cheaper. This is more expensive. This has nothing to do with environment yet. This is apparently all about sustainability of the environment. This is a mass market product that is all over the world in 190 countries, I'm going to say. This has made it to UK and Germany as far as I know. Batch 3, each batch is worth 1,600 bottles. Rare and exotic. So I'm going to give this a C++. I'm going to give this, for a value for money, a C+. C++, B minus minus. It's good. I like. Um, hmm. Would I buy another bottle? I don't know. Probably not. Am I going to nip on this bottle every once in a while? Yes, I am. And I do not do that with many, many bottles, to be honest. And so this is something that I can actually recommend. If you're into the sustainability thing, if you can find a bottle of this, go over there and try it. Oh, by the way, the Swedish whiskey girl also did a review about this. I think she liked it. We have whiskyreviews.net. They also did a video or a review about it, and also the topwhiskies.com also did a video or a review about this also. So something I can recommend taking a look at here. So I'm just going to read what topwhiskies.com wrote here. I think the River Rock team have achieved what they set out with this dram. It is an easy drinking whiskey. Once you can pour a good measure of, kick back and relax with while watching a film. It is well balanced with a light apple profile I enjoyed. While writing in the middle of winter, I have a sense this would be an excellent dram for the warming evenings of the summer. All right. So 35 pounds over there. And over here is the conclusion. Let's see here. I'm now on whiskyreviews.net. It says here, whiskey prices seem to spiral ever upwards, so a new release at 35 pounds is a welcome sight, and from a newbie's perspective, it keeps in line with a lot of the craft gins on the market. Here, 35 pounds buys a versatile dram that makes for an enjoyable everyday sipper, or an ideal mixing whiskey. Too expensive. My personal opinion. You can certainly see what they're trying to do here. It's a fully flavored dram, but one that keeps things simple while still having enough backbone to make a mixer without disappearing. In particular, I found that it worked well as a basic highball with soda water. Though enjoyable enough neat at 35 pounds a bottle, there are undoubtedly better options out there for a straight-up spirit. River Rock are hardly the first to try to take whiskey to a new audience. Monkey Shoulder, attempting it years ago. David Beckham's Hague Club have been trying to persuade millennials that they need a single grain whiskey from Cameron Bridge in their lives since 2014. But River Rock are making up the right noises, and they at least seem to have come up with a pleasant whiskey to go along with the marketing spiel. I won't have the whiskey nerds drooling, but who knows? It might just bring a few new faces into the fold. Exactly right. All right, very, very good. Not bad, not bad. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for knowing that there's other people out there doing excellent reviews as well. And I ask you to not just watch me, but watch them as well, because we are a whiskey tuber, our whiskey community here. All the best. See you soon. Whiskey Jason here. Oh, what is your favorite entry-level single malt scotch? Write it down in the comments. Is it the Glenfiddich? Is it the River Rock? Is it a Glenlivet? Is it a, I don't know what. Is it a Singleton? What's your entry-level single malt scotch? Aaron 10 is hard to beat, my personal opinion. All the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.